Mr. Chair, before I ask my questions, just want to manifest that although some of my party mates and relatives are accused, be rest assured that I'm accountable and responsible to the Filipino people. Secretary De Lima, I'd just like to ask a few questions. Can you enlighten this committee on as to how the surrender of Janet Napoles took place? Kasi may mga konting agam-agam, alam niyo naman ho ngayon sa social media na baka nagkaroon ho ng transaksyon na, meron na hong napag-usapan. Kasi po, dapat po, sana ho, kung hindi sa NBI, sa police po sana siya po mag-surrender. Pero ang nangyari ho sa palasyo po mismo. Can you just enlighten the committee?
Wala po akong gaanong alam dun sa surrender na yon. May nag-heads up po sa akin na posible na mag-surrender nung araw na yon, si Mrs. Napoles. At nag-i-standby lang ako na baka kailangan ako para makonsulta kung matutuloy man yon. And in fact po, kahit may nag-heads up sa akin na posible na mag-surrender nung araw na yon kasi may feelers, in fact, instruction ko pa rin ho sa NBI noon, tuloy pa rin yung manhunt. Mas maganda kung maaresto rather than mag-surrender. Yun pa nga po ang instruction ko because I didn't know na ma-materialize yung surrender na yon. And then I learned about the actual surrender pagkatapos na po nung magte-10 o'clock na ho ata yun, nalaman ko na lang po na nandun na po sa palasyo.
Tsaka, since the NBI is the agency already tasked under the DOJ to investigate the PDAF scam, bakit ho sa PNP po siya na-turnover hindi po sa NBI?
Wala po kaming pinag-usapan ng Pangulo kung ano talaga ang exact reason ng yung wala naman kaming, hindi naman sa pagkakaalala ko po, wala ho kaming sa mga pag-uusap namin after the surrender ay hindi naman niya po talaga in-state categorically kung bakit sa PNP. But reading between the lines, if I may say so, although you have to forgive me, Your Honor, kasi of course this is, presidential communication with an alter ego like me is supposed to be part of the executive privilege. But just so, ayaw kong magkaroon ng mga speculation o na may tinatago. Walang tinatago. I'm just reading between the lines na parang nag-get ko kaagad na the reason why hindi sa NBI but sa PNP is, alam niya kasi na yung NBI nga ang determinado na talagang nagbi-build up nung kaso kay Mrs. Napoles dito sa PDAF scam na ito. And then, alam din niya po na nagsumbong sa kanya si Mrs. Napoles doon sa, rineklamo niya po yung alleged illegal arrest of Mrs. Napoles by the team of the illegal arrest of Reynald Lim, the brother, by the team of the NBI. At meron pa nga hong allegation na nagtangka daw hong mag-extort ang team ng NBI. Pero kaagad-agad ko po yun tinanong sa NBI, they categorically denied that. So since may ganon na mga sumbong si Mrs. Napoles doon sa sulat, kasi inadmit naman po ng palasyo na merong ganong sulat si Mrs. Napoles. Kaya, it's gonna be very awkward na doon ibibigay si Mrs. Napoles sa NBI.
Mr. Chair, Madam Secretary, is this also the reason why there was a shake-up in the NBI leadership? Nagkaroon ho ng resignation, nagpaso ng irrevocable resignation si NBI Director Rojas and the others, no? Does this have something to do with the PDAF scam?
Tas, ang Well, syempre nag-usap po kami ni Director Noni nung binigay na nga niya ho. Naabutan ko ho kasi yung kanyang letter of resignation on that Monday after the banner story nung Inquirer. It was the Sunday yung banner story na yan, yung referring to a rap in the NBI. So kinabukasan, nakita ko na lang po yung resignation letter ni Director Noni. So pinatawag ko po siya. So pina-explain ko bakit. Ma'am, kasi ho, since ganyan ho ang lumabas sa dyaryo na may mga pinagdududahan sa NBI. Now, as the head of the institution, as the leader of the institution, I think this is the most honorable thing to do out of delicadeza. Ganun po ang ano niya. Although, dati ko na hong napansin yon si Director Noni na mukhang pagod na po. And in fact, may sakit na rin po siya.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. In fact, you were saying that talaga nangihinayang kayo kay Director, no? When he tendered his irrevocable resignation.
Totoo po yun. He's a good man and he's a trusted man.
But do you, Madam Secretary, do you assure that there were no transactions regarding yung sa mga tao ng NBI, sa elements of NBI, kaya nga nagkaroon ng duda ang Pangulo kung bakit hindi niya doon itinurn over si Napoles at kung bakit sa PNP?
Ko po yun sa kanila, they categorically denied. In fact, ang sabi po nila, sila pa nga daw po yung hinaras nung rinescue nila si Ben-Hur.
Mr. Chair, also, Madam Secretary, kanina po nabanggit niyo naman, no, na doon sa pagfa-file at ng kaso tungkol dito sa PDAP scam, no, wala kayong pakialam sa partido. Sana nga po, no, kasi konti na lang ho kaming opposition, baka masama pa kami. Hindi naman po dahil presidentiable at vice presidentiable yung mga nasangkot, hindi naman po.
Talaga hong walang ganong konsiderasyon. Wala po. Ako nga po, nung una, hindi ko rin alam kung sino yung mga binabanggit. Pero nung nandun na po yung mga affidavits, and then nakausap ko rin po si Ben-Hur nung pagkatapos na rescue, meron din po siyang mga binanggit. Pero nung una nga po, hindi muna kaagad ako naniwala. Ganun naman dapat. Di ba, pag nag-iimbestiga ka, you cannot just take the word as gospel truth from anyone. So, saka lang po, nung nag-iimbestiga na po yung NBI, at marami na rin hong mga nakuhang mga informasyon din at validation yung NBI, kaya po ako naniwala na. But going back to that list, tama po yun. Nung sinabi ko po kanina, nung pinakita sa akin ng NBI yung listahan, tinanong ko nga yung NBI, itong mga congressmen na ito, alam nyo ba ang mga party affiliation? Hindi ho namin alam, ayaw ho namin alamin. Inassign ko sa staff, pero ayaw ko rin pong alamin. Pero yung mga senators, kasi yun ho ang sinasabi ng whistleblowers na may personal knowledge sila, na alam nila na katransaksyon ni Mrs. Napoles at meron hong mga documentary support.
So wala hong separate file para sa aming opposition? Wala ho?
We don't work that way, sir.
So Madam Secretary, if we in the opposition, for example, or the minority, ask your office to investigate people close to the President, in the spirit of transparency, again, such as former legislators, the leadership of the House, for example, the leadership of the Senate, former legislators who are now in the cabinet, would you pursue the investigation?
Yes po, because that's our mandate.
Thank you. That's good to know, Madam Secretary. Kaya, Attorney Baligot, I have some questions for you. Kahapon po napanood ko kasi sa balita na interview po kayo. Lumabas po sa TV at mismo sinabi niyo yung talagang inamin po ng palasyo na meron pong sulat si Janet Napoles, no, tungkol po sa harassment sa kanya. At ano po yung masasabi niyo, parang ang bilis ho ng aksyon, no, doon sa tungkol sa kanyang sulat. May comment ba ka dito? Talaga bang totoo bang malakas siya at may nag-facilitate? Bakit parang mabilis yung action?
Thank you, Senator. Yung tanong po kasi sa akin noon ay kung totoo yung allegation of extortion. Kaya I was disputing that allegation by Mrs. Napoles. And by way of disputing it, I said that, in fact, she wrote the Office of the President a letter dated April 17, and that it was received by the Office of the President on the same day, and that there was an action by the Office of the President on the same day, meaning that Mrs. Napoles is well connected, I said. And if it being so, kung totoong may extortion, she could have easily reported this to the authorities and set up an entrapment operations against me. Kasi ako po yung binabanggit niya na nag-extort sa kanya. So yun po yung context nung pagkasabi ko na despite her being well-connected, influential, hindi niya nagawa yung isang normal na gagawin dapat ng isang alleged na victim ng extortion. Yun po yung context.
Salamat po sa paglilinaw.
Salamat.
Mr. Chair, I just want to ask again and clarify.
I may, Your Honor,
Yes, po.
para lang ho clear
Okay po.
yung...
Yes, go ahead.
Yung sinasabing nag-action kaagad yung Office of the President on the day that the letter was received, at yung action, kasi yung mga unang report was saying na parang I was directed to investigate. No? Ang natatandaan ko lang pong message from the Office of the President, but not the President himself, but from his staff, was, can you respond or can you comment on these allegations? So yun po ang instruction sa akin. So what I did, since I had no personal knowledge about those allegations in that letter, I referred that to the NBI for comment. And sabi ko pa, since nababanggit din dyan si Attorney Baligod, paki-refer din kay Attorney Baligod for comment. So the comments of both NBI and Attorney Baligod, yun ang naging basis ko sa sagot ko sa palasyo.
Okay,
Because
thank
I
you.
was asked to respond. So there was no directive to investigate. But of course, if there are allegations like that, as serious as alleged extortions, natural lamang na, you know, the President would express some concern. Kaya po siguro niya inutos sa staff, paki-refer kay Secretary De Lima at ipa-respond sa kanya. Serious po yung allegations eh. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Madam Secretary, thank you for clarifying. Kasi alam niyo man ho, in this world of new technology, in the world of social media, ang dami hong mga ganyang haka-haka. So kaya ko na naman po natanong, kasi pag nababasa ko po, mas maganda hong sa inyo na po manggaling to clarify and to shed light on this issue. Mr. Chair, before I'd just like to ask Yusek Relampagos, kasi nung isang linggo nabanggit ninyo na kapag inendorso na po ng mga legislators, senators, lalo na, hindi lang Congress, lalo na pag senador, nabanggit niyo na parang good as done na yon. You don't have to verify anymore the NGOs kasi parang kung sinasabi nyo o nagkuha na baka kayo ay ipitin. Yan po ba ay masasabi nyo nangyayari?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As pointed out earlier, the NGOs are not recipients of SAROS. Now, as to the question whether this is related to the question if we cannot reject requests from legislators or not, as I've said in my general presentation at my level, that was the flow of the papers that will come from either the Senate or the House of Representatives. And our review, if it is already given to us, is to find out as to the compliance of the request, if the supporting documents are there, as well as if the listed projects are in conformity with the menu. That's a review, Mr. Chair.
Okay po. The reason I asked, Mr. Chair, kasi para namang na-generalize lahat po ng legislators, no? Parang sa sinabi po nila last week, hindi ko po matanggap na kapag pinirmahan po, in-endorso nila that they do not have the initiative anymore to back-check. Palagay ko kung lumaki man itong iskandalong itong scam na ito, malaki din ang papel na kasalanan ng mga ahensya kasi hinayaan nila yung ganong klase, Mr. Chair, na proseso. In fact, Mr. Chair, to be honest with you, I was a congressman for one term, and every time we have transactions of this matter of release for PDAF, pag hindi po nakakomply sa menu binabalik po na sa amin yan. And we try to comply kahit na ilang beses po yan. Kaya hindi po totoo, let this be on record, Mr. Chair, that it's not true that the mere signature of a legislator is already a passes of some sort na talagang hindi na po dapat magdaan. No? I just want to, kasi we are already in a bad light. Ang halos lahat po ng legislators, parang gano'n na po ang tingin. Hindi